In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 6, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. St. Louis Cardinals versus Miami Marlins. The St. Louis Cardinals and Miami Marlins will wrap up their 4-game series in Miami on Thursday. The Cardinals have been one of baseball's biggest disappointments in the first half, residing in last place in the National League Central Division. The Marlins, meanwhile, have been a pleasant first-half surprise as they trail only the Braves in the National League East Division. The Cardinals are 4-0 in their last 4 in Game 4 of a series and 4-10 in their last 14 versus the National League East. The under is 8-3 in St. Louis last 11 in Game 4 of a series. Meanwhile, the Marlins are 17-5 in their last 22 at home and 19-7 in their last 26 versus a team with a losing record. Miami is 16-7 in their last 23 Thursday games. I expect Perez to bounce back in this outing, particularly at home where he has been nearly unhittable this season. The Marlins have not shown any lingering effects from being swept in Atlanta and have quickly returned to form. With an earned run average of just over 1 at home, Perez will get more than enough run support from a Marlins team that has scored 30 runs in the first 3 games of this series. The Cardinals' offense has been much more effective at home this season, scoring a run less per game on the road than at home this season. The Marlins, meanwhile, have scored slightly more runs per game at home than they have on the road this year. The Cardinals look like a team that needs the break to come quickly while the Marlins are playing like a team that doesn't want a break. Perez is coming off an awful start, but he has still been good overall, sitting with an earned run average of 2.47, and he's going to bounce back here. Flaherty, on the other hand, has struggled against this season, and the Marlins' offense is going to find success here. So the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. The Cardinals have scored just 3 runs in the first 2 games of the series and now match up with Perez, who has been nearly unhittable at home this weekend. As noted earlier, the Cardinals are scoring nearly a run less per game on the road this season than at home. Heading into Wednesday night, the Cardinals are hitting .247 in their last 10 road games. Prior to this series, the Marlins have gone under the total in 6 of their last 9 games. I expect Perez to keep the Cardinals' offense at bay in this game and the Marlins to score enough to take care of business but keep the game below the set total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Philadelphia Phillies take on the Tampa Bay Rays on Thursday evening in the final game of the series at Tropicana Field. The Phillies have won 6 of their last 8 games and 10 of their last 11 road games. They are playing well offensively and scored 26 runs in their last 3 games. Even though Tampa Bay's pitching has been among the best in the league this season, their pitchers haven't been as efficient in recent games and gave up 22 runs in their last 5 home games. They've given up at least 4 runs in 5 of their last 7 home games and will have a hard time slowing down Philadelphia's hot bats. The Rays split their last 6 games in their last 8 home games. They have one of the best offenses in the league, but they struggled offensively in recent games and scored only 10 runs in their last 3 games. Their offensive struggles will continue in this game because Sanchez has done a good job on the mound for the Phillies, giving up 8 runs in 4 starts. He didn't give up a run in his only road start of the season, and Philadelphia's bullpen playing well in recent games. Expect them to keep Tampa Bay's offense in check. This will be an interesting matchup because neither Christopher Sanchez nor Sean Armstrong have pitched much this season, so the jury is still out on both sides. What we do know is the Philadelphia Phillies have found their form offensively lately, and they're playing their best ball over the last few weeks. The Tampa Bay Rays look human recently and have lost a handful of games even when the offense shows up, so the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. The Phillies are averaging 4.52 runs per game and 4.46 runs per game on the road. They average 2.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Rays. With Tampa Bay giving up 3.69 runs per game at home, the Phillies will be held under their average in this game. The Rays are averaging 5.56 runs per game and 5.76 runs per game at home. They average 3.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Phillies. The Phillies and Rays played under the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. With Philadelphia giving up 4.89 runs per game on the road, the Rays won't score enough runs to push the score past the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Baltimore Orioles versus New York Yankees. This series is one that every American League contender should have an eye on, as both the Baltimore Orioles and New York Yankees are currently locked into playoff spots. Of the first 2 games between these clubs during the week, the New York Yankees emerged victorious both times. Wednesday night's game will be pivotal before this Thursday night clash ultimately determines how much space remains in the standings. Baltimore won't visit Yankee Stadium again after Thursday, barring an October duel. Tuesday's loss was Baltimore's 6th over a 7-game stretch. They still haven't been swept since May 2022, but they've been cutting it close lately. A mysteriously quiet offense is the culprit right now, with the team only plating 18 runs during those 7 games. 7 of the runs came in 1 game. If there's any good news, they scored 3 and then 4 to open this series. The bad news is that it wasn't enough for a win, and still below their season average, which is 9th in the majors. Baltimore's lineup is well-rounded, now struggling in any one area. They need to use that versatility to become dangerous again. More problematic in this series has been Baltimore's pitching, which allowed 14 runs during the first 2 games. Their bullpen, which leads the league in wins above replacement WAR, allowed 4 runs in each game. The starters weren't terrible, but didn't have clean outings either. Kyle Bradish is up this time, looking to leave the Bronx with better results than his May trip. In that start, Bradish allowed 7 hits, 3 walks, and 4 runs in 5 innings, leading to an Orioles loss. Since then, he's been much better, including a 2.7 earned run average in his last 30 innings pitched. He's been worse on the road and got rocked by the Yankees once. However, he's been much better since then. New York's offense has received a lot of flack for their performance without Aaron Judge. After a pair of productive days to open this series, it appears that some of their bats may be heating up. Home runs, especially in the Bronx, have never been an issue with the 2023 club. Their strikeout rate is also just outside of MLB's top 10. Singles, doubles, and walks have been elusive though, and solo homers don't dent scoreboards. Unlikely heroes in Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Anthony Volpe, Jake Bauers, and Harrison Bader may be changing that. The Yankees also have an elite bullpen, one that's arguably the deepest in the majors. Baltimore leads in WAR from relievers, and the Yankees lead in bullpen earned run average as the only group under 3. Getting there intact is the tough part, something that Luis Severino has lost the ability to do lately. The former All-Star has been batting practice since the calendar flipped to June, allowing 30 runs over 28.2 innings. That's with a 6-inning shutout performance against MLB's top-scoring offense mixed in. During that stretch, Severino is responsible for 43 hits, 9 homers, 14 walks, and only 24 strikeouts. He's not sharp or missing bats right now. With the way Severino has been getting lit up and a bullpen behind him that shouldn't be fresh, this game has a great chance to be a runaway win for the visitors. The Orioles' recent offensive struggles are curious, but they've looked better in the Bronx this week. Against Luis Severino right now, most teams are going to jump out to a multi-run lead. Baltimore's bullpen hasn't had it in this series, but the back end is too dangerous to blow another game. Bradish has been pitching well lately, so he should keep the lead comfortable before the big guns come out to close the door. So the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. 4 of Luis Severino's last 6 starts have finished with double-digit runs, with the opponent plating at least 6 runs. Kyle Bradish's first Yankee Stadium trip of 2023 resulted in a 6-5 loss, and he was charged with 4 of those runs. The relievers in this series are phenomenal, but the starting pitchers make them moot toward the total. Both offenses find their way across the plate plenty to close out the series. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.